What's good, everybody? BloodOff941 here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about something abnormal compared to my usual content. This is going to be my first video that has nothing to do with video games. Thanks for putting up my bullshit. But today we're going to be talking about Sinners, a movie that just came out. It's Ryan Coogler's most recent film, and I want to talk about it because I went to go see it on a whim on Easter Sunday by myself, and it was fucking fantastic. I'm gonna avoid spoilers for as much as I possibly can. First off, this is a genuine masterpiece. I might be a little out of my element compared to what I usually talk about here, but I genuinely think this is one of the best movies of the year. It was a extremely fun time. It takes itself seriously. It also knows how to poke fun at itself. It is beautiful. It is extremely well shot and well paced. It's like a $90 million budget before marketing, and you can tell that that's how much it cost to put together. It is every single frame looks like they used every single cent of that $90 million budget. Why are there people... Dude, come on. Nobody does this shit down my street. Then I start recording, and all of a sudden everyone wants to come fucking flying down. Like, oh my god, I got potholes on my street. What are you doing, stupid? Anyway, this feels... The movie genuinely looks and sounds, especially, it sounds like it was $90 million to make. It is a movie that is, you know, a horror movie with vampires and shit, but it's also about music and the impact that music has on people and culture and everything. And it is genuinely and a wonderful auditory experience as well as a visual experience. If you have the ability to watch this in theaters or with your own personal sound system, I would highly recommend doing so. It was a wonderful experience when I got to see it. Even I went by myself, and I never go to the theater by myself. I've literally never done that before, but I had like 6 hours to kill on Easter because I was actually ahead on my other video for once. I decided, fuck it, let's go see this, and it is worth that. It is very much worth that. Now I think we're going to get into spoilers because I want to talk about some specific moments, but just things that I keep thinking about. And the first one is this long take that's just walking across the street and then coming back across the street. And it is such a simple scene in concept. It is still incredibly complex and on a technical level extremely hard to do. All of the extras in the background, it's a very large set. There's a lot of variables to control, and it is genuinely impressive. And it's not even the best long take in the movie. Right around the time things turn from being just a very good period piece with some immaculate world building to being all spooky and shit, there is a long take that is just like shifting forwards and backwards through time to all these different cultural, musical somethings, and it is amazing. It's seamless, and it doesn't feel out of place. It's beautiful. Very, very good scene. You'll know when it comes up if you go to see this, but very, very good scene. Big fan. The trailers are pretty good. I do think they gave away a little bit too much. Now, I'm fine since the journey was so much fucking fun, but if I didn't know that Hailee Steinfeld's character transformed into a vampire, then I'd have had an even better experience because holy shit, dude. Imagine like going into that and not knowing it. That would have been a fucking amazing moment. But I mean, even so, it was still really good. And I also, to play devil's advocate, cannot lie in saying that seeing Hailee Steinfeld threaten me covered in blood was really a big reason why I wanted to go see this movie. Because I am a weak man. Anyway, despite two of the main characters being twins played by the same actor, you know, there was a concern that maybe it was going to get kind of confusing of which one was which, or we were going to have one of those, the twin pretends to be the other one moment, and none of that fucking happened, and you could always tell which one was which, because they both had very distinct performances, physical and emotional, and the way they both said their lines was very distinct, and that is awesome. Never any confusion at all about which character was which. I think that this is one of Michael B. Jordan's best performances. I think he was better in Creed, but that's not a fair comparison because that was, you know, a huge breakout, like, holy shit, amazing movie. But he did a fantastic job here, and I really like him. He's I don't know, I see him every now and then. He's kind of like Miles Teller, which is funny because they were both in a funny rom-com with Zac Efron, and I don't, maybe I'm hurting my credibility here by saying I really liked it. I can't remember the name of it, but I thought it was really funny. It's got Imogen Poots in it. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it. It's called That Awkward Moment. It's also got Mackenzie Davis. Funnier than it looks, I promise you. It's also kind of depressing. Anyway, I like Michael B. Jordan in most everything that I see him in. Like I said previously, it had an incredible like amount of world building put into it. Everything was incredibly, like, it was genuine. It was a lot of attention to detail for the period that this takes place in, because I think it's like 1923 Mississippi, I think. And it, man, it was surreal almost to see just an insane level of detail for this, and I was very much impressed by that. That being said, that was like the first half of the movie was a lot of world building. That was kind of the whole point of it. After things kind of turn, shit goes all the way to 11, and it was just a non-stop, gruesome, violent, bloody, incredible practical effects, fun time afterwards, and it was, dude, I repeat, Haley Steinfeld covered in blood threatening you. Hell yes. But not even like that moment. I enjoyed the fight choreography. It's no The Raid 2 or 10 Rings, but it was still a lot of fucking fun to watch, and it felt brutal, and people would just fucking die. The vampires too, which is awesome, because usually in horror stories like this, the thing they're fighting is like invincible or only weak to the MacGuffin or whatever. But no, these vampires were incredibly weak to just garlic and wood and bullets. Not that bullets didn't kill them, but, you know, they felt that shit. It was awesome. So much blood. And not even just violence for the sake of violence either. A lot of it was very intentional. There was a moment where a character kills another character as like a mercy killing, and it was emotional. Like I didn't cry or anything like that, but it didn't feel like a shock value moment. It felt earned and genuine, and that's awesome. On the topic of violence and blood, vampires. Now, we don't know a whole lot about the vampires of this universe. We know they exist. We know they kill people. Do they have to sustain on blood? We don't know. The main villain's big plan seemed to be just more vampires and summoning more spirits to him. But we don't know shit. And that's honestly fine. Leave them mysterious. Leave them as a wild card. Jack O'Connell, I think the actor's name that played the main vampire, Remick, he did a amazing job as just this showman of a vampire. But also, like, there's not a whole lot of explanation for him. He's a personality. There's no, I want to have more, like, there's no fucking monologuing exposition moment. There's like a small one where a character does go into some details about how to kill him. I think that's more of an explanation for the characters being able to fight back and having there be actual stakes as opposed to just everybody getting slaughtered. Big fan. Big fucking fan. As the vampires just took damage, especially Remick, he got more and more inhuman in interesting ways, and he looked different in pretty much every single scene. Like, his fingers would elongate and his teeth would become more and more prominently inhuman, in a way that, like, the skin was almost like a shell that would slowly get, like, pulled back to reveal the monster underneath. And that was awesome. I've talked about this movie for way too long. I didn't want this to be a long-ass video, because I don't know what I'm going to be putting on screen. But I thoroughly enjoyed my experience watching it. I genuinely think it is one of the best movies of the year. You should absolutely go see it in theaters if you haven't already. But I'm going to be thinking about this one for a while. I went on my own because my one friend that was actually free decided, no, I will never forgive you for that, Kyle. And I know a bunch of my friends want to go see it, and I want to go with them a second time. I want to go watch this again in theaters. I don't like doing number scores for things, but gun to my head, I'd probably give this a 9 or a 9.5. It's very, very good. But that's gonna do it for me today. Appreciate y'all putting up with this little bonus video that I got coming out, because I wanted to talk about this. So, yeah. Thank you for watching. I guess thank you for listening. Y'all have a wonderful day.